A blessed day, everyone. I am Jamela, and welcome again to Book and I. It is a program that will look on different books and their insights, which will help us to grow more in faith and practice. As the previous chapter unfolds to us the usefulness and effectiveness of cities in spreading the gospel, today we will have this chapter that urges us to embrace the city where we are now. Let us together learn from the call to the city. Paul and other Christian missionaries went to great cities because when Christianity was planted there, it spread regionally, globally, and more readily affected the culture. Now, the growing significance of cities in the modern world continues to thrive. Mr. Timothy Keller notes that while in 1950, only New York and London had metropolitan population exceeding 10 million, today we have over 20 such megacities, many emerging in the past 2 decades. This rapid urbanization underscored the increasing influence of cities driven by globalization and technological advancement that facilitates the unprecedented mobility of people, idea, and capital. Consequently, cities have become central hubs for cultural and economic power, often surpassing national governments in their impact. This urban prominence presents a unique and urgent opportunity for gospel ministry. But let us first acknowledge the challenges of ministry in the cities. As stated in the book, it is critical that we have Christians and churches wherever there are people. But the people of the world are now moving into the great cities of the world many times faster than the church is. Christian communication and ministry must always be translated into every new language and context. But the Christian church is not responding fast enough to keep up with the rapid population of growth in cities. However, the challenge here is not just to increase the number of churches and ministries in the cities. The number is nothing if the church will not effectively communicate the gospel. Thus, the models and approach to ministry must become increasingly urbanized. And winning the city for Christ makes the spreading of the gospel and increasing the churches easier. How? As said by the author, cities are like a giant heart, drawing people in and then sending them out. As a result, a church that thrives in the city will create a community whose members will spread naturally throughout the adjoining region and into other great cities. In other words, one of the best ways to reach a region and country is to reach your own city. The growth in size and influence of cities today presents the greatest possible challenge for the church. But along with these challenges comes a range of unique opportunities. If Christians want to reach the unreached, we must go to the cities. To reach the rising generations, we must go to the cities. To have any impact for Christ on the creation of culture, we must go to the cities. To serve the poor, we must go to the cities. To simplify what this chapter tells us, the author simply advocates for churches to recognize the strategic importance of cities and to actively engage in urban ministry, addressing both the challenges and potentials inherent in urban context. By doing so, churches can effectively contribute to the flourishing of the urban community and extend their mission in these influential areas. A city serves as portal to reach other cities, regions, and other nations, we must deal with it wisely. But more to that, let us love and embrace the city in Christ and for Christ. How? By learning about it, contributing to its welfare, and most importantly, by sharing the gospel to it. And this is the chapter we have today. Hope you learned something and may the peace of Christ be with you all. Again, this is Book and I.